música es una fotografía de una época, su panorama social y de grandes momentos de nuestra vida, rock and roll y buenas historias. Aquí comienza Heavyfonía con Mane Campos.
Bienvenidos a un nuevo episodio de Heavyfonía Rockers, 7 de noviembre. Hoy día partimos con todo porque tenemos unas invitadas de honor en el día de hoy. A 43 años del lanzamiento de Diary of a Madman de Ozzy Osbourne, ahí le lleva obviamente su efeméride, pero además han pasado cosas muy importantes esta semana y por supuesto en el día de hoy también. Uriah Heep confirma un nuevo show en Chile el 6 de abril en Teatro Teletón. Se llama The Magician's Farewell, este tour, que es su gira de despedida. Así es que es un deber ir a hacer presencia, a ver a Uriah Heep, una leyenda del rock and roll. Y por otro lado, hoy nos llegó la confirmación de Wasp, tremenda bandaza adorada acá en Heavyfonía, les prendemos velas. 20 años luego de su última presentación en Chile. ¿Se acuerdan que con Nacho Rey el otro día estuvimos hablando de cuando Blackie tiró bistocos a la audiencia? Bueno, de ese show hablábamos, 20 años después de los bistocos, celebrando 40 años desde su disco debut, llega a Chile Blackie Lawless y compañía al Teatro La Cúpula, 2 de mayo de 2025, entradas a través de Ticketmaster. Eso está realmente increíble, no se lo pueden perder. Y tampoco se pueden perder lo que tenemos hoy día, porque nuestras invitadas de hoy son parte de la nueva oleada del hard rock, una banda que a lo mejor muchos de ustedes conocen, o sea, más bien dicho, vienen de una banda que a lo mejor muchos de ustedes conocen, que es Thunder Mother. Y bueno, luego de un tormentoso y lamentable episodio en dicha agrupación, la cantante Guernica Mancini, la baterista Emily Johansson y la guitarrista Mona Lundgren salieron de esta banda y decidieron formar la suya propia bajo el nombre de The Gems, dando origen a un tremendo disco que salió este año que se llama Phoenix, en honor también a todo este paso, ¿no? A este To Hell and Back, haber estado en el infierno y haber renacido, ¿no? Como un Phoenix. Y bueno, definitivamente es un disco que pinta para ser uno de los mejores discos de 2024, que ya estamos cerrando el año, al menos eso a mi juicio. Ahí el profe Rocker en el programa anterior hablaba de bandas recientes que uno haya conocido y que le hayan impactado. Esta es una de ellas. No pueden dejar de escuchar este disco, se llama Phoenix, lo vuelvo a repetir porque realmente es un discazo. Si no las conocen, tienen que conocerlas. Si las conocen, quédense, porque acá nos cuentan desde la salida de Thunder Mother hasta anécdotas que están muy, muy chistosas. Y además fue una entrevista bien especial porque casi siempre, digamos, en Heavyfonía, por el estilo también, entrevistamos a músicos hombres, ¿no? Y fue súper rico como entablar también un poco esta especie de girl talk, como charla de chicas con The Gems, que además son muy simpáticas. Así que para que las vayan conociendo, vamos primero con un tema de su discazo, ¿no? Su discazo Phoenix, del que estamos hablando. Esto es parte de este disco, se llama Queens, para que las vayan conociendo, una pequeña muestra. Estaremos con The Gems en breve acá en Heavyfonía, en la Good Stock.
What does it take to be the one that everybody knows?
Estás escuchando Heavyfonía junto a Mane Campos.
The Gems, tremendas. Oye, qué gran tema. Y Queens también. Bueno, ahí lo vamos a ir viendo en la entrevista más adelante. Tiene que ver con esto de apañarse, ¿no? Entre las cabras. Que no siempre es así, pero bueno, en general en el mundo es así. Pero bueno, lo vamos a ir conversando con las mismas chiquillas de The Gems. Bueno, y como siempre, la pregunta clásica que hacemos a todos nuestros invitados. Ustedes ya saben cuál es, pero esto viene con un bonus track porque una de estas chicas tiene una estrecha relación con Latinoamérica, así que vamos a escuchar qué nos dice The Gems sobre Chile.
So my first question is for Emily and Mona, because I know Guernica has a different background. What do you know about Chile?
I know a lot, actually. I've been in Chile. Yeah, in Santiago, Valparaiso, Viña del Mar.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Because I have a friend who, I mean, she grew up in Sweden, but her mother is Chilean. So she's been in Chile a lot, and then after high school, she moved to Chile for a couple of years, and then so I went to visit her. So
did you like it?
Yes, a lot. And yeah, you know, the avocados tasted great over there.
She's on a record, Emily.
My friend who is from Chile, she's playing the violin on Maria's song on her album. That's true, Guernica. I forgot that.
So cool.
Yeah.
And Mona?
I don't know much about Chile, but I really want to go there. I know that it's the weather is kind of similar to Sweden in the very south of Chile,
right? Yeah,
because it's so close to the South Pole. It's as close to the South Pole as we have to the North Pole.
Yes,
so
exactly.
That's kind of cool. That even though it's on the other, we are like a world apart, and
different poles.
Similar. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Guernica, so your parents are Latinos, like
yes.
From Uruguay?
Yes,
super.
They are.
And you moved to Sweden under political asylum, as I understand.
Yeah, in the 70s. So
Okay.
I was born and raised in Sweden, so I never lived in Uruguay. But yeah, I have roots, and I want to go back and connect to my roots.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Do you still have a connection with Latin America, like I don't know, family or I don't know, friends?
Not as much as I wish I would have, but I think that it's never too late to, reconnect and stuff like that. And then not during the summer, I actually met some other musicians here in Sweden that are Uruguayan. So I got to practice and talk, the way that I'm used to how I grew up, our accent and everything. And so it felt like I got a little piece from home just by, hanging out with them. But yeah, it's I'm very proud. Like when I was younger, we used to go there and we stayed for a month. So my Spanish was really, really good and sounded extremely Uruguaya. But now I've lost it a little bit. But yeah.
Oye, qué son chistosas las chiquillas. Hoy día es el Día del Rojo. Sí, hasta los subtítulos son rojos, pero que ¿saben qué? No me resultaba con ningún... Probé con todos estos colores. Con negro, con gris, con amarillo, con blanco, con naranjo. Pero resulta que como había fondos distintos, se me mezclaban los colores y al final había algo que no se veía y no se podía leer bien. Tenemos acá un daltónico que no cacha, no puede ver lo que dicen los subtítulos, pero... Pucha, lo siento, pero bueno, por eso elegí el rojo. Oye, muchos latinos en Suecia por la dictadura ahí de los 70. Y qué honor también que haya una chilena que sea parte de este tremendo disco que es Phoenix, como comentaban ahí las chicas, que vendría siendo la violinista María Jern, que toca en el tema María Song, un tema muy, muy bonito además, dentro del disco. Si quieren conocer más sobre ella, sobre María Jern, en el Instagram, en rockchick-mane, o simplemente buscan con hashtag Heavyfonía, pueden encontrar un reel sobre eso donde dejamos su Instagram y todo, porque realmente la chiquilla es una seca. Como comentábamos al principio, rockers, y bueno, lo hemos hablado previamente en el programa, The Gems se forma a partir de la salida de las chicas de Thunder Mother, que es una banda que ha despegado en los últimos años, cosa que también tiene que ver con la fuerza creativa de estas chiquillas con quienes la banda lanzó Heatwave del 2020 y Black and Gold del 2022, que son sus discos más exitosos a la fecha, y salieron de gira de hecho con Scorpions a Estados Unidos, estuvieron girando, participando además en varios festivales internacionales como Back in Open Air, por ejemplo. Pero aunque se veía que las chiquillas estaban muy afiatadas, en 2023 se destapó una noticia que dio a conocer que no era tan así la cosa y que conllevó a la salida de las 3 juntas de la banda, dejando a Philippa Nasil nuevamente sola a cargo del buque. Porque esto había ocurrido anteriormente en la banda, que eso llama la atención, ¿no? Que todo el line-up renunciaba y quedaba Philippa Nasil sola, ¿no? Algo bastante curioso en verdad. Así que acá las chicas nos van a contar con lujo de detalles. Acá está toda la papa, así que presten atención porque nos cuentan cómo fue este episodio.
So tell me a bit about Phoenix. It's your debut album as the Gems, and I know something like it's like a travel through different feelings coming from a very difficult situation for you, but it's also a fresh start. So tell me a bit about this album, which I think is great.
Yeah, we played in Thundermother before, and we decided to leave the band, all of us, because our former colleague decided to by her own to fire Guernica. So we didn't approve of that. So we just like a real band, we decided to move along together, quit the old band and start something new. And that's what we did. And we wrote all the songs about this process of beginning on a new page and creating something from a bad situation. And we wrote songs from beginning of 2023 to the summer when we recorded the album. So the songs are about what we went through during that period, during that spring of 23. So you can actually hear it very well if you listen to the lyrics and pay attention to the meaning of the text. You can understand quite good what we went through, and it's also applicable to someone who has gone through something else that's hard in life. Maybe it could be a separation from a friend, or you lost someone, or you had to start your career all over for some reason. So I think this album could speak to a lot of people. So
this thing that the three of you went out of this band, it happened before in that band.
Yeah, 6 times.
Yeah, and that's not very common. So
it's not very common that all members quit. It's usually like one person quits. Exactly. Because they want to do a career or whatever. They want to work with something that makes money, or that's usually the case, that one of the people in the band quit, not the whole lineup. Exactly. Every time, and this happened 6 times, like a whole lineup wipeout. And so yeah, I just wanted to say that.
But why do you think that happened? I mean, I know this person wanted to fire Guernica and did it like behind you, like she already took the decision.
Lack of solidarity, lack of band feeling, like doing something together. Yeah. When you're in a band, it's important that you do everything together. If you're supposed to be a band, and that's the premises for joining the band, like we share the workload and we pay everyone equal. That should be a democracy, and you can't just bring people in and have them to work for free and then just fuck them over. No. So either you are your own artist and you hire musicians and
exactly
you do the work yourself and hire people and pay them, or you are a real band, and then you need to stick with it. You can't just change the premises along the way when you.
But I also want to add that if you don't have the money, or you're a person that is used to always using people to get ahead, it's also much easier to get people to believe like we did. We thought we were in a real band, that we were in it together, and we fought and we did everything in our power to, you know, get the band to where it is today. I think you're kind of naive in a sense where you believe that, yeah, we're in it together, we're doing it together, but this person has made a system of just abusing and taking advantage of people's hopefulness and, you know, dreams. Because I think most musicians are very like, you dream big and you're willing to sacrifice a lot of things to get where you want to go. I mean, I'm not saying like being mean to people or anything like that, but just, you know, personal life and all that stuff. And yeah, she's just, I think it's really easy to try to get people to work on those premises, because there's always new, fresh musicians to be ready to take advantage of, which is really sad. That's why also we've been very vocal about it, because we're hoping that maybe we can help someone along the line not ending up in the same situation, and that being a hired gun is it's a great option. If you want to be your own boss and decide everything, then you should pay those members and be the boss. Yeah.
Qué polémica la salida de estas chicas de Thunder Mother. Ahí me preguntaban por Instagram. Sí, pues así fue, me dijeron, hoy esta otra chiquilla se fue en la volá, parece. Y sí, pues la comadre se fue en volá ahí, según la versión de las chicas, que igual les creo, porque igual es raro que haya salido tantas veces el line-up completo de la banda, digámoslo. Ya, oye, vamos a escuchar más del disco debut de The Gems, que se llama Phoenix, que es un tremendo disco. Así es que, y esto yo no sé, debe ser una indirecta o no, pero bueno, ustedes ahí lo dejo a su criterio. Esto se llama Psycho, es parte de Phoenix, el disco debut de The Gems. Estamos en entrevista con estas tremendas músicas suecas acá en Heavyfonía, en la Casa del Rock.
Get down, feeling bad,
Estás escuchando Heavyfonía junto a Mane Campos.
Hoy me dieron ganas de carretear con estas cabras. Sería muy, muy chistoso. Tengo comentarios de ustedes, rockers. Jaime Efesto, queridísimo, me dice: una pena por los daltónicos. Oye, acá me decían que veían así como borrosa algunas partes. La verdad, a mí no se me ocurrió, no lo pensé. Oye, T-Rock con Morocha, queridísima, parte de la familia de la Woodstock. Martes, 20 horas, T-Rock, me dice acá. Hola, querida, te pasaste con la entrevista. Muchas gracias, queridísima. Oye, se ha hablado bastante últimamente, bueno, los últimos años, ¿no? Del movimiento Me Too y ha habido muchos destapes de casos, ¿no? Que claro, como todo cambio social, se va notando muy de a poco, yo creo. Pero claro, aún existe lamentablemente esa poca camaradería entre mujeres que pasa, ¿no? Pasa mucho dentro del mundo del rock, y acá las chicas son un ejemplo de eso, pero también son un ejemplo de que juntas también somos power, y las mujeres también, yo creo que tenemos mucho rock and roll así como inherentemente. Así que, bueno, lamentable lo que les pasó a las chicas de The Gems, pero por algo pasan las cosas, y claro, sacaron su disco debut y es realmente increíble. Pero bueno, esto que les pasó a las chicas viene justo en el marco, ¿no? De esta sociedad supuestamente donde hay más sororidad, y lo conversamos con ellas y esto fue lo que nos respondieron.
Yeah. When this happened, the first thing I thought, maybe it's a bit controversial, but you know, this happens in between all this speech of Me Too and all this sorority that it's supposed to be ruling more than before in between girls and in between women. What do you think about that?
We showed together when we left
Together, right?
Three of us. I think we showed really like female solidarity.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people has been saying like, oh, typical girls can't like get along, whatever. But I mean, this was clearly not the case, because the three of us get along really good together, and we just had really bad luck with one bad egg in the basket, or how do you say it?
Yeah, I think we're proof that women can work great together, and it has nothing to do with women not being able to work with each other. It's just, I think, yeah, it sucks in a way, because I think it's frustrating too, because we've always tried to, you know, be super supportive to other female musician friends, and like try to help each other out as much as we can, and like our networks, like Mona has a great blues network of like all females. Like we all work really hard to help other females as well as ourselves, and make sure that we have a platform and that we're equal to all the other musicians. So yeah, it sucks that it was one bad egg, but I think you that's just how life is. You can't really get around it. There's men that are the same kind of type of person, and yeah, I think by not getting jaded and becoming the same, we're doing good. Like we're nice. Like we're actually really good friends with all the former band members today. Like we've become like, there's like a network of survivors being friends. So to me, that's like huge and super inspiring, because yeah, one person doesn't have to ruin it for everyone.
I don't know how it's in Europe, but at least here in Latin America, it's still common when you're a girl playing, or you're a girl, I don't know, talking about rock. It happens to me all the time, to get this mansplaining. Do you get that too?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's getting better, but we definitely get it all the time. Mona, you just told me it happened to you on Saturday.
During the sound check, it was like I just told him I want to have slightly more guitar in my monitor sound, and then it just went on like, yeah, you know, if you ask for more guitar, it's gonna change the soundscape on the whole stage, and then blah 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 blah. 5 minutes later, we could go on with the sound check.
It just sucks. It's a lot of times it's people that work behind the stage, like the technicians or the roadies, or Wow. I'm not saying all the time, but a lot of the time it's people around the bands that they know everything. They just, you know, and they're ready to just tell these little girls, teach them, and it's like ridiculous.
I just told him like, it seems very interesting what you're saying, but right now we are in a hurry. We need to get on with the sound check, so let's keep it short and just move on playing songs, right? Okay.
I think
So
that's typical women. As a woman, you feel like you never want to overstep. You never want to be looked as a bitch, or because if you just say no and like, I don't want this, can you stop, can you do your job and I can do mine, if you just have a bad day and say something like that, you're gonna get so much more shit than a guy gets. Which sucks, because technically in that moment a guy would be, dude, I know what I'm doing, like, but you're so nice and like, thank you, I can have this conversation later.
That's the difference.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Quite a big difference. A band with only guys would like, shut up.
We are too polite sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
People tell us what they think a lot, like about things that doesn't really matter. Like, I don't think your band name is great, and we're just like, okay, we like it, you know. And people tell us like, are you wearing the same stage outfits again? And we're just like, I don't think like Men That Plays gets to hear stuff like that as often as we do.
No. That's such a good point.
It's just weird. Like, why do you think that we need to know your opinion about that? Like, we are super happy with our stage outfits and we're gonna use them.
Like, you don't tell the hives, like, I'm so tired of your suits that you wear all the time. You never tell the hives that. Right?
exactly.
And I mean, other bands like Iron Maiden, what the fuck? I love Iron Maiden. They're my favorite band in the whole world. But what are they wearing on stage? It's like their own band t-shirts and they don't care at all, some of them. And I don't think they get any comments about that.
Oye, que heavy y que fuerte que todavía pase esto. Es como cuando las actrices en las ruedas de prensa les preguntan sobre su dieta, sobre, no sé, por cosas de vestuario. Y a los hombres no, porque como que parece que no es, no sé, no... Bueno, ustedes saben a lo que voy. Oye, tengo comentarios acá de mis chicos. Cinefrecuencia, Cata, queridísima, viene Cinefrecuencia después de Heavyfonía. Sagrado, no se lo pueden perder. A las 20 horas los jueves. Me dice, hay que decirlo, Heavyfonía es el mejor programa de la Woodstock. Oh, tremendo cumplido ahí, gracias, Cata. Qué tremendas invitadas. Sí, es que las chiquillas de verdad son tremendas músicas ahí, rock and roll, de rock con morocha, querida, también dice confirmo. Muchas gracias de verdad, chicas, por ese tremendo cumplido. Hablando de ahí de sororidad, ¿ven? Sí existe la sororidad. Oye, después de toda esta experiencia, las chicas de The Gems han logrado finalmente sacar su propia música con un disco que es súper completo, donde hay influencias de todo tipo, rock and roll más clásico, pero finalmente siendo el rock and roll como el hilo conductor. A ratos es un disco que se siente como súper triste, súper melancólico, pero en otros momentos se siente muy arriba y muy positivo, así es que es redondito. Y bueno, viniendo de una banda exitosa también, ahí un tema interesante, que es una banda que estaba en pleno ascenso. Además, les preguntamos a las chicas cómo se desenmarcan de su ex banda, y esto fue lo que nos contestaron.
So, coming from this previous band, how would you describe your music to people that knows Thunder Mother but doesn't know the Gems yet?
I mean, we do have the sound. I mean, because we are 75% of Thunder Mother. Like, if you listen to Thunder Mother on Spotify and the biggest hit songs, that's us.
Exactly.
And we just took ourselves from that band and created a new band, and now we are more like, we're more free, like, creatively, and we could finally like do exactly the music that we like. And I think it's just a very, very nice evolving of our previous band, like more interesting, more challenging for all of us. Like, musically we are, we're free. And people really say that they can both see and hear that we are much more happy now, and I think that's an important like ingredient in our music. You girls want to add something?
Yeah, I just wanted to, because the Thunder Mother was very heavily influenced by AC/DC, which is pretty obvious. And that element is something that we skipped completely on this chapter. We might add sprinkle in some AC/DC later on because we do love that music as well, but we just felt that that was something that was so forced upon us before. Like, however much we fought to, evolve the Thunder Mother sound on Heatwave and Black and Gold, which are the albums that we were part of writing. That was something that was always, it's part of the band's DNA. So now they can go back to what they were previously to us creating, and I'm proud to say that we've actually been part of creating the most successful music that band has ever done. And I believe that, well, who knows? It might be, until this day, the most successful stuff. And we'll see if the AC/DC copying is going to keep them growing or not. But we'll see. The time will tell. But for us now, we're more... We all like Led Zeppelin, like we all like Queen, we all like Van Halen. We have other influences that are, that we are having fun being inspired by when we wrote this album. So, yeah.
I've heard more 90s and 80s, like end of the 80s in the album, like more Guns N' Roses and more Guns N' Roses in the Use Your Illusion era. And the Slash actually with Miles Kennedy and the band he has now. I heard that in the album, so I think it's much more of a modern mixture.
Thank you.
I agree. I think Fruits of My Labor is super inspired by Velvet Revolver. You know the song Fall to Pieces? Yeah, and the mid-tempo song with this guitar melody in the beginning, and I believe my guitar playing is probably inspired a lot by Slash, because I listened a lot to Slash when I was learning the guitar when I was 17. So I think it's still there.
Oye, qué entretenido lo que estábamos hablando ahí de las influencias, y vamos a cotejar esto, vamos a escucharlo. Vamos a escuchar este tema tan influenciado por Slash y por el hard rock de los 90, y que se siente mucho más moderno frente al trabajo de las chicas en su banda anterior. Esto se llama Fruits of My Labor. Escuchas a The Gems. Estamos en entrevista con esta banda sueca acá en Heavyfonía, en la Woodstock.
I remember what they told me. You're
Estás escuchando Heavyfonía junto a Mane Campos.
Ahí estaba Fruits of My Labor, The Gems, con quienes estamos en entrevista. Esta letra yo creo que tiene mucho que ver con esta experiencia que tuvieron las chicas en su ex banda, que a todo esto últimamente han sacado un par de singles, pero han estado ahí como... Bueno, también hay que decir que la guitarrista, que es la líder, ¿no? Recientemente fue mamá, lo que también seguramente pone en pausa un poco cualquier proceso creativo. Vamos a ver... cómo evoluciona su carrera, pero bueno, estamos acá por The Gems, que claro, yo creo que sienten como muy suyo, ¿no? Ese legado. Y bueno, finalmente, hablemos de dónde viene esta fuerza creativa y la inspiración de estas chicas. Conversamos, por supuesto, de referentes del rock and roll con The Gems, y esto fue lo que nos contaron.
I think we all know that rock and roll is not that easy either, like for women. What or who are your female role models and your inspiration?
I have a lot of role models and inspirations. For example, all the badass blues ladies like Big Mama Thornton, Etta James, Big May Bell, all the ladies in the 50s who were paving the way. And but I also have more recent recent artists. For example, I just discovered Sierra Farrell. I think she's really great country artist, and she seems to have gone through a lot of hardship in life. She was born in a very in poverty, like for many years, and went through addiction and died 5 times, and were like brought to life by what's the name of the Narcan, I think. And she's just a great artist. Such beautiful songs and so much soul and passion in the music, and she's for real.
I guess within rock, Janis Joplin was one when I started, finding my way within rock music. So she was pretty... I guess I'm still very influenced by her. Not the way that I sing, but how I always have her in the back of my mind. How I feel like she really put a lot of feeling into how she performed, and she really meant every word. And what she was like in that moment. Like if it's a sad song, it's like she's really like, and that's something that I always try to have when I perform. So that's huge. But I used to. I mean, this is so stupid, but I don't necessarily have like specific rock females, but as a teenager, I thought Gwen Stefani and No Doubt was like awesome. I that was one of my first like, shit, she's such a badass. I want to be like her. Like I thought she owned that shit. She might not be the greatest singer, but she's definitely such an icon, I think. There's a lot of great female musicians out there, and it's hard to like mention everything, but those are 2 at least that have been with me throughout my life. Oh yeah, Ann Wilson has become like a pretty major part since I got compared to her a lot, and I through that I kind of like listen more to Heart, and I understand how big of a compliment that is, and I have like huge respect for her, and I think she still has an amazing voice.
I mean, I have a lot of respect for like early rock bands like Runaways, and I mean, because they what we are going through with mansplaining and stuff, they had it like 100 times worse. And I mean, we actually wrote like the song Queens on our album is just a tribute to all women back in time who has paved the way in somehow, or just like doing your own thing, go against the norm and stuff like that. And I also think Spice Girls has been important for me because I grew up with them, and they were women that really dared to take place. And I mean, there's just so many good people, but on the album we took inspiration from Beyonce as well, and also Nina Simone, the blues artist, and so there's just lots of them, and people need to hear I mean, they need to hear that these artists exist. Some of them are like not very known, but they should be, you know?
Yes. You know, the other day I watched a documentary about, it's called Look Away. I don't know if you have seen it.
Oh, the one about the groupies.
Yeah, but you know,
I mean, not the groupies, but yeah, all the. I've seen it.
Yeah. There's a part when there's the runaways, and they tell all the abuses they had to go through. It's very moving.
Yeah,
very,
I was really touched by that as well. Yeah.
Isn't that the one where you see how like all these rockers that we look up to, I'm like literally every single one of them have been with minors.
Yes.
So they all had
Like
groupie
13.
lovers that was 13, 14, like disgusting shit. I was like, it was so heartbreaking to see that documentary for the women that took so much shit, but also knowing that every single person that has inspired us in some sort of way musically, they have a nasty ass past. And some of them are still, I mean, Anthony Kiedis is still dating like 19-year-olds.
Yeah, like kids. Christine, 16.
Exactly. Oh, Winger, 17.
Oh yeah, she's 17. But I heard some live thing when he was like, he just changed it to 32 because that's like still like that's young meat for him.
Oye, hay un agradecimiento a Beyoncé, así que estamos exentas de la maldición de Beyoncé que ha salido ha salido a la luz con todo el caso de Diddy. Oye, ya cerrando esta entrevista con estas chicas que se han lucido con su trabajo ahí, Phoenix, su disco, hablamos con ella de estas anécdotas on the road, así como en la gira o haciendo discos, etcétera, que ellas llaman sus momentos Spinal Tap. Hay unas muy buenas que cuentan acá, así que pongan atención a lo que nos cuentan acá las chicas de The Gems.
So, what's your favorite Spinal Tap moment? Because I know you have some of them, and they are really fun.
It's always fun when they play the wrong intro. Like we did a showcase gig. So a showcase is where bands play in front of business representatives and like venues, bookers. So you need to bring your A game. When we played that show, they played the intro for the band before us when we were supposed to go on stage. So that brought so much confusion to us. Like we didn't know what to do. Like it was a weird rock and roll song, and I was like, Emily, you should probably go up. This is our intro now. She was like, Mona, please come up soon. I don't want to be here myself. So I went up on stage, and the bass player tried to get up, but she got stuck with her cable in the stairs, so she got like dragged back again. Then they just stopped the intro, I think, and started to play our intro because the sound guys were discovering like, oh shit, we played the wrong intro. So we stood on stage, and then they just stopped that intro, and it got quiet, and then they played our intro, and then we were on stage already and had to wait for 1 minute more. So that's
like it was hiding behind the drums, like,
yeah.
Surprise! Last show we did on this tour, there was a lot of people. They were excited. We were headlining that festival, this little festival in Germany. It was really fun, and yeah, we got into the signing mode, and people were like, "Sign this," and then this guy came up, and I was just like, "All right, I'll sign your T-shirt," and it was like, I don't even think I said anything, but he like, and then he just wanted a selfie, and it got really awkward, and I was like. I was like, complete rockstar mode, fucking signing babies and faces and
ruining his T-shirt.
I'm very clumsy too, so it's like a lot of weird, like stupid things, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I mean, Guernica is a little clumsy, and you know, being the drummer sitting in the back of the stage, I see everything, and I've seen Guernica fall many times.
Well, I hope I don't do it again, but the
You
odds
will.
are in my favor now.
As long as you don't get hurt. But I mean, she has actually fallen off stage once, and I saw it happening, and it was kind of like slow motion because she really tried to not fall. She tried her hardest to not fall, but she did, and nobody really
Notice.
helped her.
Nobody helped.
Really,
They
looked
moved
very
away.
tragic. Yeah, they moved away, and she was lying there on the ground, standing up like, "Ooh, I'm all right, guys."
Emily, now I remember when we did these like pandemic shows during Corona with our old band, and we were always going like, as we always do, we just go, fucking 100% regardless of the show, and we're playing in this like little auditorium, like really stiff, like people are sitting down, it was like 50 people and I could sit. And Emily was telling me how we went in there like really like, yeah, dude, like it was such a big rock show, and it was like Dregato Loco, like all over, like no people there, and just like, oh, such an awkward thing of us. Just yeah.
We actually had a true Spinal Tap moment when we toured in the US with the Scorpions, because we had some shows of our own in between the big arena shows, and we got a show in Cleveland, and we say yes to that show just for, just that we could say hello Cleveland, and I think we said that like 100 times during that show.
Yeah, Emily, the PR moment this summer that you booked, that was really funny.
Yeah, we drove to a festival like 6 hours earlier than our get-in time because we're gonna do the PR thing, and turned out that the only magazine who showed up for the PR thing had already done an interview with me, so we just said hi and then we left. And now Guernica got like anxiety, so she was just like, at least give us some cookies or something to eat.
It was like for Mia, the bass player, she had to, because she was playing another show the day before, so she was in the south of Sweden, like long way from Stockholm, so she had to get up at like 5 in the morning just for our PR thing.
We were gonna be the big surprise on the PR meeting, and it was just one magazine showing up, and I had done like a phone interview with them 2 weeks before. Yeah, that was really awkward.
Ahí estaba, oye, que son chistosas las chiquillas. Que con esa cuña me reí mucho porque me la imaginaba. Rockers, se nos pasó el tiempo y bueno, ahí las tenían a The Gems. Obviamente pueden encontrar toda su música en sus plataformas digitales, y a nosotros nos pueden escuchar también en formato podcast en YouTube Music, y también este mismo programa y los programas anteriores de Heavyfonía y de los otros programas de la radio van a quedar guardaditos en el canal de YouTube de la Woodstock para que lo visiten. A continuación viene la Cata con Cine Frecuencia hablando de folk horror, así que no se lo pierdan. Nos vamos a ir con uno de los singles del disco debut y que da nombre al álbum de The Gems. Gracias a todos por conectarse, gracias por comentar, rockers. Y bueno, rock and roll, que tengan un buen fin de semana, ya mañana es viernes, así es que nos vemos entonces la próxima semana, pues a las 19 horas, como siempre acá en Heavyfonía, en la Casa del Rock. Esto se llama Phoenix, escuchas a The Gems, no se desconecten de la Woodstock. Chao, chao.
One of a kind.
Esto fue Heavyfonía, conducido por Mane Campo.